scale implementation of early childhood care and education program. So in this, we have completed three clinics, that is one black, you know, another black also completed, different black. So next class is about the policies. Policies framed for implementing different policies framed for implementing the early childhood care and education program. So in this, we will study the importance of early childhood care and education and different key concepts of effective policies and the policies and their impact, and also challenges in early childhood care and education policies, and also future directions and the recommendations. Okay, so critical development period. Early childhood care education is a critical developmental period in early childhood, that is age from 0 to 5. So in this early childhood care and education, in early childhood, certain concepts like cognitive development, that can be in the form of language development, literacy, and numeracy skills. Next is the social and emotional growth, like empathy, cooperation, and the self-regulation. And also long-term benefits like higher academic achievement, improved health outcomes, and the reduced crime rate. So here, some of the essential elements for an effective policies implementation, the quality standards are very, very important. So the policymaker and the stakeholders need to set benchmarks for curriculum, teacher qualifications, and the classroom environment. So quality standards should be maintained. Next is the accessibility. As a teacher educator or teacher, policy maker, stakeholders need to ensure all the children, regardless of socio-economic background, have access to the quality of ECE. And the next one is the funding. So sustainable and adequate funding sources to support ECE program. So funding is also the important concept. Next is the family engagement. So the policies should encourage active family involvement in children education. So family engagement, family involvement in implementing the ECE program is also play an important role. Next is the monitoring and evaluation of the early childhood education program. So the continuous assessment is required, that is needed to improve the program's quality and the outcome. So monitoring and evaluation is also important. So the comprehensive services for low income children and families. So ECE policies. One second. Here, Some of the challenges may come across in implementing ECE programs, like funding disparity. So, inconsistent and insufficient funding across the different regions and the program. So, there should be an uniform budget allocation to the program, and the quality variability also one of the challenge. So, the differences in the program standards, teacher training, and the curriculum implementation. So, should not compromise with the quality. So, the quality standards must be maintained. Next is the policy fragmentation. So, the lack of coordination between the state and the local bodies sometimes also leads to leads to the problems in implementing the program. Sometimes some natural disorders, the natural calamities, disasters and also impact. Recently, the impact of COVID-19 disruptions in ECE services and also increased stress on families and the teacher educators. This is also one of the common challenge. So what are the future directions in the ECE policy? So investment need to be increased in ECE program implementation, and also innovations are need to be welcomed by the government. That is the innovation in teaching methods and the curricula, including integration of the technology. So technology integration must be encouraged in this in ECE programs, and also importance of the socio-economic and socio-emotional learning and mental health support need to be highlighted, and the need for ongoing research and data collection to inform policy decision must be emphasized. And the next one is encourage collaborative efforts between government and the private sector and communities to support ECE initiatives. So the importance of early childhood care and education and its long-term benefits need to be emphasized. And also the essential components of effective early childhood care and education policy. So what are the current policies and what is the impact on ECE need to be addressed, and also the challenges and the future direction. This is about the policies in implementing the ECE. So use of visual aids such as charts, graphs and images to illustrate the main content theme whenever the teacher presenting or explaining the theme to the student. And also as a teachers, incorporation or incorporate the real world examples and proofs to make the content more reliable. So the engaging the audience with interactive elements such as polls or short group discussion. This may not happen. This may not happen actually in the preschoolers. This is advised in the primary elementary stage. So this is about the policies. One second. So, New Education Policy 1986 and it has revised in 1992. This policy recognized the importance of early childhood care and education and also advocated for its universal availability. This policy also emphasized the holistic development of children through preschool education. So, holistic education is possible only through introducing the preschool education before entering to the formal education system. Next is the National Early Childhood Care and Education Policy in 2013. It is a comprehensive policy dedicated to the holistic development of children aged 0 to 6 years. It aims to ensure the universal accessibility of quality early childhood care education services. So it focuses on universal access, equity, quality, and comprehensive early childhood education and care. Next is the Integrated Child Development Services, that is ICDS scheme, which is launched in 1975. It is the world's largest program for early childhood care and education. It provides a package of 6 services: supplementary nutrition, preschool education, health checkups, immunization, referral services, and health and nutrition education. So the targeted children aged is 0 to 6 years, the pregnant woman and the lactating mothers. Next is the Right to Education Act 2009, that is RT, also known as well known RT Act 2009. So here, although primarily it was focused on elementary education, but it includes provision for ECC. So it encourages the preparation of children aged 3 to 6 years of for elementary education. Next is the National Curriculum Framework 2005 provides guidelines for the development of curriculum for preschool education. Also emphasize play-based and activity-based learning for young children. So the latest national education policy, that is 2020, recognizes the ECCE with a focus on the critical importance for early years. It proposes the integration of ECCE with school education system. So it envisions universal provisioning of quality early childhood care education for all children aged 3 to 6 by 2030. It also recommends the creation of a national curriculum and pedagogical framework for ACC. Next policy is Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. It aims at the universalization of elementary education, which includes preparatory activities for early childhood care and education. It supports the inclusion of preschool section in primary schools. Next is a National Plan of Action for Children 2016 focuses on improving the health, nutrition, education, and protection of children. It includes strategies to enhance ECCE services and infrastructure. Next is the Rajiv Gandhi National Crèche Scheme for the children of working mothers. Next is Midday Meal Scheme. So some of the key features of ECCE policies in India: holistic development, inclusive education, community involvement, quality standards. So the India's ECCE policies, all the policies aim to provide a strong foundation for young children through a combination of nutrition, health, and educational services. These policies recognize the critical importance of early childhood development in shaping future educational outcomes and also the overall well-being. Next is the programs, different programs on early childhood care and education. You see the major ECC programs in India and also what are the key components and objectives of these programs, impact and effectiveness, challenges and future direction. So we have already seen integrated child development services. It was introduced as CDS as the world's largest early childhood care and education program, which is launched in 1975. So its objectives are to improve the nutritional and health status of children aged 0 to 6 years and also lay the foundation for proper psychological, physical, and the social development. It aims to reduce incidents of mortality, morbidity, malnutrition, and school dropout. And also, its aim is to enhance the capability of mothers to look after the health and nutritional needs of their children. So, the package of services included in this ICDS program are supplementary nutrition, preschool non-formal education, immunization, health checkup, referral services, nutrition and health education for mothers. And also, we can see the role of Anganwadi centers as the focal point of the service delivery. Anganwadi Aya, Anganwadi teachers serve to these lactating or pregnant women and also the preschoolers. And also National Education Policy, National Early Childhood Care and Education Policy 2030 provide its policies aims to promote optimal development and active learning capacity of children aged 0 to 6 years. It ensures the universal availability of, it aims to ensure the universal availability of quality early childhood care and education. So, some of the key components are development of curriculum framework, standards for infrastructure, teacher qualifications, and learning outcomes. And also mechanism for monitoring and evaluation, community and parental involvement. Next is the NEP 2020 National Education Policy, that is 2020, aim to provide universal access to high quality early childhood care and education by 2020, 2030. integrate ECCE within the education system, ensuring that children aged 3 to 6 years receive preschool education. It also emphasizes the importance of play-based, activity-based, and inquiry-based learning. It also discusses the creation of the national curricula and pedagogical framework for ECCE. It also highlights the role of Anganwadi centers, preschools, and Balavatika nursery classes in delivering early childhood care and education. So, just now we have seen briefly about Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan SSCA. It described SSCA as program aimed at the universalization of elementary education launched in 2001. So it encourages the establishment of preschool section in primary schools, provides training for primary school teachers in early childhood education methods, facilitates convergence with ICDS to ensure holistic development and school readiness. Next is the midday meal scheme. So midday meal scheme explains the midday meal scheme's primary objectives to improve the nutritional status of school-aged children. So it addresses malnutrition among young children, encouraging higher enrollment and retention rate in any education program, providing a platform for health interventions such as deworming and micronutrient supplementation. So these are some programs. One second. So in the next class, we have discussed in the previous class, we have discussed about the teaching learning materials or teaching learning aids in early childhood care and education. So what we have discussed in the earlier class, I just go through briefly. That is overview of the topic. Early childhood is a critical period in human development, and the material, teaching learning material, teacher provides for children during this time can significantly influence their growth and learning. And also, what is the importance of early childhood years, early years in child development? So many previous earlier researches show that the experience and environment in the early years lay the foundation for lifelong learning, behavior, and the health. So if you see the significance of materials in early learning, educational materials can range from simple blacks and crayons to more sophisticated technology based tools. So these materials are essential for facilitating various aspects of the development, aspect of development. So what is the role of the materials in cognitive development? Materials such as puzzles, building blocks can help developing develop problem solving skills, spatial awareness, and understanding of basic mathematical components concepts. So manipulatives like manipulatives like clay, scissor, and the beads are crucial for developing fine motor skills, which are impact for forwarding, for writing and other detailed tasks. Some kinds of dolls, role playing sets, and group activities with materials help children to learn from cooperation, empathy, and emotional regulation. So, if you see the different types of educational material teacher learning, like manipulatives like blocks, puzzles, etc. So, these manipulative items help children develop fine motor skills and the cognitive abilities through hands-on exploration and the problem solving. Some art supplies like crayons, paint. So, art materials enable creativity, improves creativity and self-expression, allowing children to explore their imaginations and convey their thoughts and feelings. Books and storytelling. Books are vital for language development, literacy skills, introducing children in new concepts and ideas. So, technology like educational apps and games. While moderation is key, technology can offer interactive and engaging ways to reinforce learning concepts through educational apps and games. Some of the outdoor materials like sand, water, natural elements, nature-based materials and outdoor play support physical development primarily, and sensory experiences, hands-on experiences, activity-based, you can say experiential learning happens, and an appreciation for the environment. Student can appreciate the environment around him or her. So here choosing the right material, relevant material, appropriate material is an essential task. Choosing means as a teacher need to select age appropriateness. So it is a crucial to select a material that match the developmental stages of the children to ensure they are both challenging and achievable. So material selection should be age appropriate based on the developmental stages. Next is the safety consideration. To take safety, we also consider safety. Means all materials should be safe, non-toxic, and free of small parts that could pose shocking hazards. This is about the safety consideration. Next is the cultural relevance and inclusivity. So materials should reflect the diverse backgrounds of children and promote inclusivity and cultural awareness, supporting individual learning styles and the needs. Different children have different learning styles. Providing variety of materials ensures that each child can learn in the ways that suit them best. So we have just now seen that some of the challenges and consideration, budget constraints. Quality materials can be expensive, as we know that, but there are creative ways to acquire them, such as community donation or some project, storage and the maintenance. So proper organization and maintenance of these materials ensure their longevity and usability. Next is the teacher training and involvement. So teachers need to be trained on how to effectively use and integrate these materials into their teaching strategies in teaching learning process. So the materials The teacher provide in early childhood education play a crucial role in cognitive, motor and social emotional development. So investing in high quality, diverse and safe educational material is essential for improving well-being or well-round development in young children. Next is audio visual aids. Audio visual aids. So here teaching aids help children grasp complex concepts more easily and remain information longer in their memory. So the concepts, complex concepts also grasp by using these teaching aids very easily. If you use visual aids like pictures and charts can make an abstract idea more concrete. For example, using a number line and can help children understand addition and the subtraction. And also incorporating storybooks with illustrations help children remember narrative and vocabulary better. So these teaching aids stimulate interest and engagement in the next class. In the previous class we have already seen. And also these support development of cognitive skills. These teaching aids facilitate motor skill development. Like these materials and aids help in developing fine and gross motor skills. So some of the activities like drawing, cutting, and assembling objects improve hand-eye coordination and text. So using clay or shaping figures strengthens hand muscle and improves fine motor skills. So teaching aids promote social interactions and emotional development. So group activities using shared materials improves cooperation, sharing, and empathy among children. So role play, sets, and dolls can help children express their emotions and they understand other feelings, others' feelings. So it also caters to diverse learning styles and also promote creativity and imagination. For improve independent learning, improve communication skills, provide safe learning environment. So this is about the visual aids presentation. So teaching aids and the learning aids, visual aids and teaching aids, learning. So teaching aids are the tools and resources used by the educator to enhance instruction, support learning objectives, and facilitate a better understanding of the subject matter. So teaching aids include any material or device that help make the teaching process more effective and engaging. So they can be visual, auditory, or tactile and are designed to clarify, illustrate, and reinforce the content being taught. Some of the examples of teaching aids include visual aids, auditory aids, tactile aids, and digital aids. So, like charts, diagrams, models, whiteboards, and videos comes under visual boards. Audio recording, music, and sound effects comes under auditory aid. Manipulative like blocks, puzzles, and flashcards comes under tactile aid. Educational software, interactive apps, and online resources comes under digital aids. So using these teaching aids helps educator help complex concepts more clearly, capture students' attention, and make the learning experience more interactive and memorable. For instance, a teacher might use a globe to teach geography, making it easier for students to visualize different countries and the continent by using. digital devices. So learning aids are tools and resources used by students to facilitate the acquisition, comprehension, and retention of knowledge and skills. So learning aids support students' independent learning can range from physical objects to digital resources. These aids help students understanding concepts, practice skills, and review information more effectively. So some of the learning aids like physical aids, books, notebooks, calculators, and laboratory equipment. Digital aids like e-books, educational apps, interactive simulations, and online tutorials. Study aids like flashcards, mind maps, study guides, and the practice worksheets. Next is assistive aids. It is tools designed to support students with disabilities, such as text-to-speech, speech software, and braille material. So these learning aids empower students to take charge of their own education. They provide additional resources for practice and reading, cater to different learning styles, and help students to overcome learning challenges. If you take an example, a student might use flashcards to memorize vocabulary words or an app to practice mathematical problems. So teaching aids are necessary are resources used by educators to enhance instruction, while learning aids are tools used by the students to support their independent learning. Both play a crucial role in making the educational process more effective and effective. So here we have seen that teaching aids are resources used by the educators to enhance instruction, while learning aids are tools used by the students to support their independent learning. One is concerned with teacher, another one is about to and helpful to the students or learner. So, what are the advantages of teaching learning aids in early childhood education? If you see some of the advantages like enhanced understanding and the comprehension, understanding and the comprehension. Also, increase engagement and the motivation, support cognitive development, develop motor skills, encourage social interaction and collaboration, facilitate language development, accommodate diverse learning styles, promote creativity and imagination, provide real world connections, boost confidence and independence. So, teaching learning aids help make abstract concepts more concrete and understandable for young children. So, visual aids such as pictures and models can simplify complex ideas and make them more relatable. Using models of the solar system helps children. If you take an example that using a model of the solar system helps children grasp the concept of planets and their orbit. Next is increase engagement and the motivation. Interactive and varied teaching aids capture children's attention and they make learning more enjoyable. So children are naturally curious and engaged by colorful hands-on materials. Interactive tools like puzzles and games make learning feel like a play, keeping children motivated. So educational games and apps can turn lessons into fun activities, making children excited to learn new concepts. So these aids support cognitive development. So the teaching aids fosters teaching aids improves critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. It also develops motor, encourage social interaction and collaboration, facilitate language development, accommodate diverse learning styles, promote creativity and imagination, provide real world connect. So teaching aids connect classroom learning to real world experiences. So real life objects and simulations help children understand how their learning applies outside the classroom. So real life objects and simulations help. children understand how their learning applies. So learning is helpful to cope up with the real life situation, which is outside the class. So using toy money in a classroom soft activity teaches children about currency and basic mathematics skill in a practical context. It also boosts confidence and independence. So the learning aids support independent exploration and boost self-confidence. So self-directed activities with clear instructions allow children to explore and learn at their own pace, building confidence. So interactive educational apps guide children through lessons independently, helping them feel accomplished and capable. So we have seen already the visual aids for presentation. Visual aids teaching learning aids play a crucial role in early childhood education by enhancing understanding, increasing engagement, supporting cognitive and motor development, and promoting social interaction among the other benefits. So, incorporating a variety of high quality teaching aids in the classroom creates a dynamic and supportive learning environment that nurtures children's growth and development. So, if you see some of the advantages of teaching learning aids in early childhood education, enhance understanding and comprehension, increase engagement and motivation, support cognitive development, develop motor skill, encourage social interaction and collaboration, facilitate language development, accommodate diverse learning styles, promote creativity and imagination, provide real world connection, boost confidence and independence. So, incorporating a diverse range of teaching learning aids in early childhood education creates a dynamic and supportive learning environment. So, these aids enhance understanding, engagement, cognitive, and motor. So, these aids, teaching learning aids, enhance understanding, engagement, cognitive and motor development, social interaction, language skills, creativity, real world connection, and self confidence, ultimately improving well being, growth, and development in young children, enhances young well being and growth and development. This is about teaching learning, resources, or materials that aid teaching learning, early childhood care and education. So, next is the types of material selection and usage in early childhood education. So, there are different types of materials, educational materials like manipulative, art supplies, books and storytelling, technology, and the outdoor materials. So, the selection of the materials, the types of educational materials, we have seen already that manipulatives. So these manipulatives are hands-on tools that children can manipulate to learn concepts. But if you take example that blocks and puzzle bees and sorting game, it's a kind of kinesthetic learning. by touching, by using, by building these block puzzles and the sorting games, child can learn the different concepts, unknown concepts. So these manipulatives can help children develop fine motor skills, spatial awareness, and problem solving abilities. So this is about the manipulatives. Next is the art supplies. So these art supplies are the materials used for creative expression and fine motor development, like crayons and paints, clay, and the scissors. So these art supplies encourage creativity, self-expression, and improve hand-eye coordination. Next is books and storytelling. So these books and storytelling are the printed or digital materials used for reading and storytelling. Picture books, story books, and e-books. These books and storytelling enhance language skills, imagination, and the comprehension among the children. Next is the technology. So this technology is technology or digital tools and resources used for interactive learning, educational apps, interactive games, and the tablets. So technology can make learning interactive and the fun, supporting various subjects and skills. Next is outdoor materials. These outdoor materials are natural and man-made materials used in outdoor learning environments. So if you take sand, photo tables, gardening tools, and the playground equipment, these outdoor materials support physical development, sensory experiences, and exploration. So next is the selection of the materials. Should be age appropriate, yes, should be safety considerations, should be cultural relevance and the inclusivity, supporting individual learning styles and the needs. And next is the usage of material. So enhancing understanding and the retention. So use of visual aids and the hands-on activities to make abstract concepts concrete and memorable. And also increase engagement and motivation, supporting cognitive and motor skill development. All these things we have seen in the previous slide. So, so we have seen that categories of teaching and learning aids, like visual aids, auditory aids, tactile and manipulative aids, digital aids, printed materials, interactive aids, etc., etc. So we've seen that visual aids are tools. Visual aids are the tools or materials that provide visual representation of concepts, ideas, or information. So see in the charts, diagrams, graphs, maps, photographs, posters, and the drawings or comes under visual aid. Helps clarify complex topics, enhance understanding, and make learning more engaging in the memory. So auditory aids are tools for materials that provide auditory input to support learning. Recorded lectures, music, podcasts, sound effects, and oral presentation. So auditory aids helps reinforce spoken information, improve listening skills, and provide alternative ways of presenting the content. The next is tactile and manipulative aids. This tactile manipulative aids are hands-on materials that children can touch, handle, and manipulate. So books, puzzles containing beads, played of and textured textured objects. So tactile aids promote sensory explanation, fine motor skill development, and active learning through hands-on development engagement. So we have seen the digital aids, printed materials, interactive aids, so etc. etc. So these audio-visual aids play a crucial role in modern education by providing dynamic and engaging learning experiences that cater to diverse learning styles and preferences. By incorporating a variety of teaching learning aids across different categories, educators can create interactive, multimedia-rich environments that support effective teaching and learning outcomes. So this is about today's class. In the next class, we will discuss next lesson, next unit, that is about the types of materials, selection and its usage in brief. So we have different types of learning materials and aids like we seen just now natural materials and processed materials, categories of teaching learning aids like graphic aids, three-dimensional aids, activity aids, and audio-visual aids. Uh, uh, we have seen just now. Okay, so graphic aids, charts, and also under types of charts, we have seen four main types of charts: tabulation charts, that is table charts, next is narrative charts and chain charts, next is stream charts, okay, and tree charts, next is maps, pictures, posters, and the flashcards. Next is the boards, post blackboard or chalkboard. We'll be studying the types of blackboards. Under this types of blackboard: fixed blackboards, blackboards on stand, roller blackboard, okay, easel boards, panel boards, magnetic board. Next is three-dimensional aids. We will be studying in the next class three-dimensional aids, models, solid models, cross-sectional models, working models, sand models, objects and specimens, exhibits, dioramas, and activity aids like field trips, demonstration, experiments, dramatization, and puppetry. All these things we'll be studying in the next class. Audio visual aids like auditory aids, visual aids, still projects, projected aids, audio visual aids, or projected aids like motion pictures, television, computers. uh, all these things we'll discuss in the next class. So with this I stop will stop. Okay, we'll discuss in the next class. Remaining lessons we'll discuss in the next class.